Coach, talk about today's scrimmage.
Well, I was pleased the way it ended. I thought we ended with a lot of energy and did a lot of pace today, more so than the first practice, and it was good. I thought, again, both sides of the ball did some good things, and we'll have a lot of things we have to work on. But really, I thought the energy was great. We got a great chance to work on a lot of special teams again, which was good, with live contact on both our coverage units, both punt and punt return, kickoff return, and again, it was a good tempo all day long, I thought. So again, we got a long way to go. A lot of young guys got a ton of reps today, which was great, and we'll continue to try to get better.
Questions?
Will this scrimmage move you forward a lot in terms of locking down on the guys you've got to get the reps for?
That's what we're hoping. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping that this is going to give us a significant evaluation tool to figure out where we're going to be heading the next 2 weeks. And like I said, there was a lot of young guys in there today. This was kind of their preseason game, if you will. They have a better idea of what's happening. I think they're learning a little bit more about how to play at this level. And so we still have a lot of guys that are, have big eyes out there, when they get in there. But again, that'll go away with the reps. But hopefully, this will be a great tool for us to move forward and figure out where we're going to go next in terms of personnel.
Do you know how many more scrimmages you're going to have before the opener?
I'm not sure yet, Mark. We know one for sure. We'll kind of gauge it from there in terms of health-wise. Right now, we're about where we thought we'd be in camp in terms of, guys, a little banged up, a little beat up, but they're really pushing through it. I'm very proud of that, especially with a lot of the coverage units that we have to work, which there's a lot of long-distance collisions going on. And but that being said, I think we're in good shape in terms of health, besides the normal, bumps and bruises.
What did you see out of the young guys in that second scrimmage after having a chance to kind of work on some of those mistakes?
Well, we'll see. I'm not really sure, Jason. I'm not sure. It appeared to me that there's a little more of a comfort level today than the last one we had. But again, I'm more proud of their effort, and they're really trying to focus with a lot of information, especially when we go with the pace periods and everything's moving fast. And there's a lot of moving parts in there, both offensively and defensively. And so I'm more impressed with the young guys pushing through this part of camp, which is, they're tired, they're beat up, but they're really trying to push through it. So the energy level and the level of focus, I thought, was better today.
How do quarterbacks do?
Like I said, we'll know more when we watch the tape, but, all three of them did some nice things. We'll know more when we watch it.
Reps kind of divided up pretty equally with
pretty
evenly,
all the way across the board.
How tough is that to kind of get things in a rhythm offensively?
There's probably, it probably is a little more difficult, obviously, than when you're solidifying, who's going to go with the first group and, who's going to go with the second group. There's a lot of variables in there, as we all know, but, that's all part of the process.
Do you have any kind of deadline, I guess, in mind where this is the last day we got to decide on the quarterback on this day?
No, we don't. That's not what we're doing. We're really more in the mindset of when we feel like there's a guy that's separated himself, and we believe he's the one that gives us the absolute best chance to win, and then we'll settle in on that guy.
Do you anticipate that you probably got enough information after the second scrimmage to make that decision this week?
I don't know that I can say that. I think the process will continue on, the evaluation process I'm talking about. But again, we'll know more after this.
Did Mike Dyer play today, or is he still
banged up?
Was he here?
Yes.
Does that make it big for a guy like Trey Mason that you talked about has kind of done some good things to have another chance to get a lot of reps in the scrimmage?
Absolutely. Really proud of Trey again today. Has not arrived, but again, I thought he did well again today, and along with some of our other young backs.
Could the quarterback decision impact decisions at other positions, like say wide receiver, where one quarterback may really have a rhythm with a particular wide receiver, that kind of thing?
We're so young at that position as well. I mean, if you look across the board, we've got a lot of freshmen in there. We've got a lot of guys that, you know, just haven't played a whole lot, even if they're not freshmen. So, you know, what you're looking for is when you finally make that decision that the continuity and the reps will build up with those receivers. So I'm not sure that that really is where we're at yet, just again because we're very young as, you know, at that position as well.
Gene, AJ still out.
Pardon me?
AJ Green still out.
Yes.
Gene, the SEC presidents are reportedly meeting this weekend to discuss expansion. Having spent some time in Texas, could you see Texas A&M as being a positive addition to the league?
You know, I'm focused on Auburn football. We got a great commissioner, we got great ADs, we got great presidents. They'll make all those calls, and I'm sure that they'll do what's best for the league. Right now, I'm worried about Auburn football.